Hello class 10th, I am Ashur English teacher here present with a new video for you. I hope all of you will be fine at home and studying well. Today I am going to discuss the fifth poem of the book First Flight, the Ball poem, written by John Berryman. I will discuss what about this poem is and what a poet feels about when we lose something. I will also discuss the use of literary devices used in the poem. So let us start the discussion with about the poet. So John Barrowman was an American poet and scholar. He is best known for the Dream Songs, which was published in 1969 and was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Songs. He also won National Book Award. So this was something about the poet. Now see the introduction to the poem. The poet John Berryman, through his poem, the Wall poem, has described the reality of life which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries of life and sorrows of life. Now see the poem stanza wise. The Wall poem, this is the title, and this is stanza number 1. What is the boy now, and who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over. There it is in the water. So merrily means cheerful, bouncing means jumping up and down. The poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river. So this was there in this stanza. Now see the literary devices used here in this stanza. So first literary device used by the poet here is anaphora. Anaphora is use of repeated words in two or more lines. And here, what is the boy? What and merrily bouncing merrily over. So here, what word and merrily word is used repeatedly. So here, anaphora device is used by the poet. Then assonance is there. Repeated use of vowel is called assonance, and o vowel here is repeated in words like boy, now, who, lost. So assonance is there also. Then imagery is used by the poet. When poet says merrily bouncing down the street, it means a picture appears in our mind, and that is called imagery. Then repetition is there. What is repeated so many times in the stanza? So repetition is also there. Now see stanza number 2. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another wall is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. So difficult words are there. Grief means sorrow. Rigid means fixed. Trembling means shaking. Harbor means dock or port. Intrude means invader. Dime, 10 cents. United States America, that is you can say dollar. worthless, valueless, useless. So these are some of the difficult words meaning. Now let us see what was there in this stanza. The poet says that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another wall because he has other walls too. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the wall. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the wall which has now gone into the water reminds him of those sweet memories. Means certain memories were linked with that wall, and these memories were of the times when he owned it. This loss is unbearable for him, and he is grief stricken. The poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another wall. He says so because the new wall will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. So, this is the poet's feeling which he expressed in this stanza about the loss of ball of the boy. Now let us see the literary devices used here in this stanza. So two literary devices are used here. Repetition, use of word wall is used again and again, so repetition is there. Then accidental, no use of conjunction in a sentence, that is called accidental. Accidental, a dime, another wall is worthless, so there is no conjunction used between these words, so here accidental is there. Ascendental, now see stanza 3. In a world of possessions, people will take balls, balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Possessions means ownership. External means here things which with which feelings are not attached. Desperate means hopeless. Epistemology means the Greek word episteme means knowledge. Now, here the poet sees that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world, many of his belongings, things will be lost. He personifies the ball as his belongings, be it the worldly things or the relationships he is in possession of. So he says that he has to learn to live without them no matter what. He says no one can buy back such things for him. The poet said so because, according to him, money can't buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. So he says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the old miseries of life that everyone has to bear means everyone has to lose something, so one has to stand up to bear that loss and come out of fear and sadness in that particular situation. So this was there in this poem. And in this stanza, these literary devices are used. Alliteration means use of sound, consonant sound. And here V sound is repeated in conjunctive words. Buys a ball. B at the start of two conjunctive words. Buys a ball back. Assonance is there. Use of vowel sound. So E vowel sound is repeated here. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. So E is repeated many times in this line. Then repetition is there. Ball word is repeated again and again. Rhyme scheme, there is no rhyme scheme followed in the poem. So these are the literary devices used here in this stanza. And this is your homework. Note down the difficult words in notebooks. Write the summary of the poem. Answer the textual questions as per your understanding of the poem. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.